Now, we have a great show online, so stay with us. Tonight we're premiering a new online feature called Streetwise. Every week we'll be hitting the streets and asking you to speak out on a variety of issues. Before we move on to our agenda interview, we'll get streetwise by asking a subject near and dear to all of us. It's about money. Now, in case you haven't noticed, as of today, Texas residents are paying an additional 3/4 of a cent sales tax. We wanted to know if folks supported the tax hike, and here's what they said.
I'd much rather increase the sales tax and to cut back on some of the programs that they were talking about cutting back on, such as social programs and the like.
We just barely making it right now. It is, you know. Too many taxes.
I didn't know we were going to have an increase of 3/4 of a cent. That's too bad.
It's the fairest tax that I know of. Everybody has to pay it equally. Yeah. I don't think it's fair that I should have to pay increased taxes.
Well, they need the money. The state needs the money. So 3/4 of a cent probably isn't that much. You just have to see how it works out.
They're always going to go up no matter what. Have to go with it, I guess.
Well, I guess we will have to go with it. Well, now it's time for the agenda interview. And again, before we hear from Tony Tucci and his guests about Austin's electric rate wars, we thought it'd be interesting to hear how Austinites feel about another issue, one of national importance. The nomination of Robert Bork to the Supreme Court has captured headlines throughout the week. We hit the streets to ask if Bork should be a Supreme Court justice.
I have looked at some of his prior opinions, and although he has indicated that he would analyze each situation that comes before the court now, independent of those decisions, I think that it pretty much indicated how he would probably the court in the wrong direction.
At this moment, doesn't look like it's too good of an idea.
Bork is definitely not moderate. He is an extreme to the right, and I think any extremes, left or right, or not the say in the country. I think an extreme moderate or someone who's going to be middle of the road and can be receptive to all the people, not just one left or one right.
I don't have much of opinion for it, but I'm not totally against him.
I think if he's on the Supreme Court, it's going to send the court back a couple of light years.
Yeah, I think he should be confirmed.
We'll see the outcome of that issue fairly soon. Before we hear tonight's Austin agenda discussion about pari-mutuel gambling, we thought it'd be interesting to hear how Austinites feel about another topic of local and national concern, alcohol. The courts have recently been holding bartenders responsible for the actions of their patrons. Do Austinites think this is fair? Well, this is what we found.
I've always thought it was strange that if a bartender could, if someone got drunk and then left a bar and got killed, that it'd be the bartender's responsibility. So I don't agree with it.
I feel it's very important that bartenders be responsible for those that they serve because they can prevent deaths or accidental deaths, DWIs, and intoxication on the road.
You should be responsible for the things you do yourself. You want to drink, get drunk, that's your problem.
How is a bartender supposed to know, be responsible for somebody that comes in the bar? How is he supposed to know that he's the one getting drunk? Or, you know, that's not his responsibility. It's the person who's drinking responsibility.
To a certain extent, yes. Someone is drunk, they don't give them any more. Send them out.
There's an old phrase where, you know, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. I feel that if a person is mature enough to be able to drink, they should also then be able to be mature enough to get themselves and their guests home in a responsible manner.
And again, as always, a lot of opinions here in Austin.